Alright guys, so my promise is that by the end of this video you'll learn exactly why a done for you content repurposing agency might be one of the best moves you could do right now if you're a beginner. Number two, which are the best niches that you can actually tackle if you are interested in getting started into this. And most importantly, which is the best way to start. And I want you to stick till the end because I'll be sharing with you guys an outreach template that you can use for your cold email or your LinkedIn outreach so that you plan meetings and start getting, right? Today I wanted to create something specifically for those beginners that are maybe just getting started, or those people that don't know what exactly to do right now. They're looking for a hot market where they can do quick wins and have quick cash, right? I wanted just to give a little bit of a shout out to one of my students inside Expert School. His name is Ed. And the topic for today's video actually came because he started a podcast repurposing agency, and I'm of course helping him out with that, right? So in case that you're wondering, go and take a look at Expert School, the best place where you learn how to actually get started with your marketing agency and get to a profitable 6 figures per year benchmark. So that being said, guys, let's get started and let's hop to the computer so that we can get started right away. All right, guys, so first of all, I want to explain to you why this might be the reason why you should start this. Then I want to talk about who this is for. So afterwards, I can actually talk about the actual niches and then how to get started. That being said, let's start with the why, right? So nowadays, everybody understands the power of short form content distribution, right? I mean, everybody wants to be on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, maybe Snapchat, etc. AKA anywhere where they can actually have short form content, because it's actually the catchiest, right, of every type of content. That being said, guys, what happens is that a lot of entrepreneurs or business owners out there don't have the time, or maybe they have the time but they don't have the skill. And what you can do as an agency owner, actually understand that there's this market hold right now, so that you can actually take the use of your video editing skills and put them into practice for content distribution, right? So of course, what I'm talking about is that maybe there are some people out there that are already creating YouTube long form type of content, or maybe people that have blogs inside of their websites. And what you can do is just purpose that content into YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, or even the new Facebook Reels function that recently started to be used, right? I'll be fully transparent with you guys, right? Because for existing agency owners, of course, this is something that might be a super tiny thing to do, but in reality, if you already have results and you already have clients, I would say that the best thing you could do is just focus on your existing service, your existing niche. This video is meant for those beginners that are maybe just interested to have those quick cash or those quick wins, and they maybe are just getting started into the agency space as a whole, right? At its core, if in case that you're wondering, a done for you content marketing agency does the following thing: either repurpose long form content like long YouTube videos, podcasts, interviews, etc., to short form content, aka TikTok Reels or Shorts. That would be number one. Number two, it could be script the long form content so that the client only has to record a video or podcast, plus do of course all of the keyword research and SEO work, so that of the content piece that you're putting together actually has an ROI for your client. You could either do just the outline of the long form content and then repurpose short form content to the different platforms, or you could even completely create all the content doing voiceovers and design, right? What I'm trying to say is that I don't want you to believe that the only thing that you can do is repurpose YouTube videos to TikTok videos, right? What you can do is have an entire content marketing agency, the strong point where you can actually focus on one main outcome for one specific avatar, right? For example, you could start targeting specifically podcasters that, of course, they have their audio on the different platforms, and you can simply take that and start doing voiceovers so that they can now be on YouTube. Or maybe they have a podcast that is also being recorded. So what you can do is now distribute that to short form content. You get the point, right? It's basically, there are going to be different options you can start to think about, and it's going to depend on your skills and what you want to do, right? What you want to do is create or improve the content marketing strategy to improve traffic, awareness, and ultimately, of course, sales. Most people that actually have a business, what they care is about making money with the content that they are putting out, right? Let's start talking about who can benefit from having a done for you content marketing agency. It's going to be a good option for you specifically if you have or plan on having video editing skills, because of course that's something that not that many people have, so you can leverage that for your business. Then if you want to learn how to make keyword research on different markets to better understand the positioning of the brands you work with, this is something that you can definitely start working on. Third option is going to be if you want to develop your reputation in an easy to enter market, right? Reason being, guys, that I talk about easy to enter market is that not that many people are focusing on these specific things, right? In just repurposing on doing content redistribution from existing content already, right? So if you actually take the time to do this, there's no best way to start than right now on this. Being said, if your video editing skills are not great, you can always partner up with a freelancer or someone that can handle the delivery of the service while you focus on client acquisition and lead generation, right? Of course, the last thing that I want is that you are a scammer or that you simply start pitching this because I was saying that you could. But at the end of the day, if you actually find somebody that can actually deliver and you can just leverage the money, then by all means go ahead, right? Of course, the best marketing is going to be actual proof of results. Or my best advice would be to actually go out some good video content material that you can showcase and gain credibility and support from your outreach efforts, right? Here's the thing that I want you to understand, which are some of the best niches you can get into if you are actually committed to making sure that this works, right? So the best type of done for you content niches that you can tap are those related to video content, right? Mostly because nowadays all of the social media platforms are pushing video content more than anything else, right? And not only video content, but short form, fast to consume video content. Some examples are actually going to be targeting bloggers, aka people that write blogs and create long form YouTube content for them based on the blog that they're already creating. Another example might be targeting people that write blogs and then create short form video content and repurpose, of course, that blog into short videos that they can use on TikTok, etc. Another option is targeting YouTubers so that you can repurpose their YouTube videos to specifically YouTube shorts. Another option might be repurposing YouTube videos that are long to TikTok, Instagram Reels, and Shorts. Another example, and this is one of the best ones in my opinion, and this is the one that my client is currently pursuing, is actually podcast repurposing to TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. And this is really great. Number one, because podcasters are really easy to target. And number two, because at least in my experience, podcasters are a target audience that gets reached out that much. So you can leverage that for your advantage. Of course, I wanted to finish with saying these other things so that you can actually start getting your juices flowing and don't think that these are the only options. But you can just have typical content marketing from Twitter, Instagram, or Pinterest, and then just create voiceover, short form video platforms, etc. And this is literally a world of opportunities. Let's say that you grab anybody that's doing any sort of content marketing on Instagram, and then you can literally say, hey, can I grab that content so that I can start doing voiceovers and then upload it to your name on a YouTube short video, and then boom, that's literally something that nobody's doing. You're targeting the right people are going to buy, right? How to get clients with this business model? Listen guys, one of the major advantage of this business model, you can get clients from any platform. I'm talking about Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, cold email, etc. Now, of course, like I always like to say, the fact that you can focus and get clients from everywhere doesn't mean that you should focus your attention on all of the different platforms, right? So I would highly recommend that you actually focus on the following platforms and in this exact order. Number one is going to be cold email, right? So you want to use cold email to reach these people. That's what I would do if I was doing this right now. Number two would be actually doing LinkedIn organic outreach. Reason being is that on LinkedIn, you can find a lot of podcasters and a lot of people that are also on YouTube also have their public LinkedIn profile. And last but not least, it will be Facebook organic outreach, and specifically from Facebook groups where you can find YouTubers and podcasters, because all you have to do is add these people as friends and then start to, once they accept your request, you send them your initial message, right? If you are really committed to this, it's actually going to be the following. Number one, decide which is going to be your target audience. For example, are you going to be targeting YouTubers, podcasters, bloggers, etc.? Number two, you want to decide which is going to be the service that you're going to be offering to these people. For example, our first option would be video repurposing to short form platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, etc. Second option is like, are you going to maybe do blog writing? Like, for example, if somebody is already making YouTube videos or podcasts, are you going to offer blog writing for them? Third option would be script creation. So for example, if somebody is already creating content, but they just don't want to be thinking about what to work on, and you want to actually leverage your SEO or your keyword research type of knowledge, then what you can do is the script creation. Otherwise, last case scenario, you can just do social media management. So for example, let's say that somebody is already doing their YouTube videos, but that's all they're doing. You can start creating the YouTube shorts, their TikTok, etc. But you can also start leveraging their Instagram content, like actual posts, maybe their Facebook content, maybe, I don't know, Pinterest, whatever you want, right? You get the point. Once you decide what service you want to deliver to them, then you want to start thinking about which is going to be your outreach channel, right? And this is where cold email outreach, in my opinion, will be the best thing to do. But nevertheless, LinkedIn or Facebook is going to work incredibly well. Actually, like I was saying before, all platforms work, but focus on one. And last but not least, implement, right? Because of course this is free information and people typically don't take action when something's free. But if you actually implement on this, I know for an absolute fact that it's really easy to crush it in this space. And just to top it off, and before we finish the video, I wanted to talk about the email template that I would use in order to land meetings with these people. There's no way in which you will not crush it if you actually send this email, right? So here's the thing, right? This email, I want you to actually think about it in the sense of not what you're saying right now, but what is going to happen once you got a reply, right? The email that you want to send is simply saying, hi, first name. Then you want to do a little bit of a personalization about the podcast episode that the person has, if you're trying getting podcasters, or the YouTube video that the YouTuber has, or the blog that the blogger has, whatever it is, depending on who you decided to help. You want to say, hi, first name, personalization. And let's say that you are targeting a YouTuber. You can say like, love the video you made about how to start a podcast repurposing agency. I have been binge watching your other lead generation videos. Let's say like if you were targeting me, right? Then you want to say something like, by the way, I grabbed that video. Of course, I have here video, podcast, or blog because it's going to depend on what you're targeting, right? So, by the way, I grabbed your video and made 2 short pieces of content that you can use for your social media platforms. Hope that you don't mind. Want me to share them with you? Cheers, Enrique. Now, why is this message powerful? Guys, the reason why this message is so powerful is number one, that this is insinuating that you already created a piece of content, so the person is going to go a little bit hard on you if they don't reply to this. Why? Because if you already created that and they don't respond, they're going to be like, hey man, this guy already did that work for free, so I would be stupid to say no to this, number one. And number two, and most importantly, is that once you actually get the response of the person saying that, you are going to create the video, but only once the person replied. Of course, you're not going to be doing repurposing for free to 100 people just because you want to actually get a reply first, then you send them to them. And if you actually do a good job, most people are going to be like, hey man, you know what? Let's hop on a call and discuss whether or not this is going to be something that you are going to be willing to pay for, right? And if that happens, boom, you get your client, right? Let's say that you send that to 100 people. I promise that you'll get at least 25 responses, at least, right? This is mostly the framework that I wanted to teach. And of course, this is more of a strategical, actionable type of video that you can start using if you're just getting started. And the biggest thing that I wanted to mention, guys, is that this is something that you need to take action on, right? It's not something like you just send 5 messages on Facebook and it didn't work and all of a sudden you get mad at me, right? This is something that is going to work as long as you put in the time and you actually take action, right? That being said, guys, if you're a beginner, the fastest way for you to fast track your growth and to actually start your profitable marketing agency is going to be joining Expert School. I'm going to be leaving a link down below so that you can actually, you want to get into the membership, plus the included course that is inside, right? Plus the entire support, etc. That being said, guys, hope that this video was helpful. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.